What's up, guys? Welcome to the line change. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Abbotsford Canucks. And in particular, we're going to be talking about game one of the Pacific Division Finals between the Abbotsford Canucks and the Colorado Eagles. That game was Friday, and we're going to break it down. We're going to recap it, and we're going to talk about it just a little bit. But before we do that, let me thank my sponsor, get that out of the way so we can focus on the Abbotsford Canucks. So we're going to do that right now. Thank you to my sponsor, Uppbeat Energy. Are you looking for an energy drink that is jitter-free, crash-free, no sugars, no artificial colors or dyes, and no calories? Then Uppbeat Energy is just what the doctor ordered. Uppbeat Energy has over 15 unique and custom different flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, which is a blend of watermelon, guava, and lime explosion. They also have their Beach and Peach, which is a blend of mango, white, peach cooler. If you're looking to give it a try, get the starter sampler pack for only $24. Which includes a shaker and 3 different flavors to try. You can use code the line change and save 10% on that purchase, or you can save 10% on any other purchase that you wish to do so. Right now they have a buy 2 get 1 free sale going on for this entire month. Get it while you can, as at the end of this month the sale will be over. Be sure to use the code B2G1 when you have 3 tubs or more in your cart. Check out their website at www.dubby.gg. Once again, that is www.dubby.gg. Uppbeat Energy, be better, your taste buds' favorite energy drink. So let's dive right into the Abbotsford Canucks game and go over the recap. We'll be reading an article. I didn't actually get a chance to watch the game, although I do believe this round you can live stream the games on YouTube. So just I don't know the exact link, but I did remember seeing a something saying that you can live stream the games on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. But let's go ahead and dive into the article recapping the game one from our friends at Canucks Army. This article, as always, is written by Dave Hall, who covers the Abbotsford Canucks. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The Abbotsford Canucks have never made it to the third round of the Calder Cup playoffs until Friday. That is. They now carry the burden of taking down the Western Conference's top team, the Colorado Eagles. While that doesn't necessarily imply any advantage, the Canucks enjoyed a favorable season matchup against their counterparts in Denver. Having already played 8 games against one another, the Canucks held a 6-2 0-0 record, with Artur Silovs having won all 4 of his starts against the Eagles. Silovs also took his first star honors in both final appearances against them, having stopped 56 of 58 shots. Could that stat bode well for the Latvian netminder, considering he had allowed 1 goal or fewer in 6 of his last 9 starts? Heading in, the benefits were certainly on his side, and once again, he showed up. Artur Silovs stopped all 22 shots to pick up his second consecutive shutout en route to a low-scoring 2-0 victory in Game 1, own the game's first star to make it 3 successive first-star honors against the Colorado Eagles. Before we give up all the game secrets, let us show you how it all went down. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this game. A week off was kind to the Abbotsford Canucks as they welcomed back their rugged defender, Jet Wu, who replaced Joe Arntzen. Your first line consisted of Archdeep Baines, Max Sasson, and Jonathan Lekarmachi. Your second line was Di Giuseppe, Mueller, and Carlson. Your third line was one of the top players throughout this playoff so far for the Abbotsford Canucks, none other than Sammy Blais, Jujhar Khaira, and then Smith. On your fourth line, you had Nielsen, Waters, and Kembitz. For your first D pairing, it was Breezewall and Mancini. Your second pairing was Hirose and Wu. And then your third pairing was Kudryavtsev and McWard. And of course, you had Artur Silovs in net. So let's start with the first period. Artur Silovs entered the chat right away, stopping Jason Megna point blank. The chance came off a rare and egregious giveaway from veteran defender Guillaume Breezewall. With the puck all alone, Silovs got the goal stick up to set it aside. Hey, there's no better way to get yourself into the game after a week off than a high-grade chance off the top. From there, the Canucks turned on the rough stuff. Excuse me. All right, guys. First on the tee was Jet Wu, who caught Ty Velhaber with an old-school hip check as he attempted the spinorama move. Then Sammy Blais got in on the action, delivering 2 bone-crushing hits to get his team going in the initial minutes. Veteran forward has been getting his team going all postseason long, and tonight was no different. He was and has been a huge difference maker. That pressure eventually led to the game's first power play as Tristan Nielsen was hauled down after getting past the defense after laying out a hit of his own. They failed to capitalize, and offensive looks were few and far between during the period, but the rough stuff was not. Sammy Blais provided another pair of hits to wrap up a 5-hit period from the stingy forward. The Abbotsford Canucks wrapped up the opening period by killing a too-many-men penalty thanks to several big-time shot blocks, and hey, a little luck never hurt anyone, right? It was an incredible, violent period, but no goals to show. Final shots in the first period were 7-5 in favor of Abbotsford, with the score still being 0-0. Let's move on to the second period. The Eagles grabbed the early chance for a second straight period. This time it was Chris Wagner alone in the slot before rifling a shot steered away by Silovs. The Canucks finally got their first chance of the period and their best chance of the game at the 6-minute mark. Following the Sammy Blais entry, he found a streaking Akita Hirose. Although he was stopped on his initial chance, he stuck with the puck before setting up Jet Wu alone in the slot. Looking to go glove side, Trent Miner flashed the leather to deny Wu and keep the game at a scoreless tie. Shortly after, the Canucks kept their pressure up. This time, Jujhar Khaira found space alone in the slot before ringing the puck off the crossbar. But the Canucks eventually solved the former Vancouver Giants netminder. Jonathan Lakromaki took a healthy whack at the wrist, sending his team to their second power play of the match. Oh, excuse me. While he did turn toward the tunnel, the young sharpshooter did return for the third period. Victor Mancini provided a tremendous keep-in on that ensuing man advantage, leading to the game's opening goal. Abbotsford would score to make it 1-0. Ty Mueller from Sammy Blais and Linus Karlsson. Following the ring around, Sammy Blais collected the puck and broke toward the net. Noticing Ty Mueller with space in the slot, he dropped the puck to the rookie. Making no mistake, Mueller put the puck past Miner for his first Calder Cup goal and the first goal of the third round. The period was nearly complete, but not before Artur Silovs stood tall one last time. Despite a slow start to the period, the Canucks turned up the heat to take the 1-0 lead into the dressing room. Shots after 2 periods were 16-15 in favor of Colorado, with the score, of course, being 1-0 for Abbotsford. Let's move now to the third period. The initial minutes failed to offer any plays worth noting, and sporting a 1-0 lead, the Abbotsford Canucks were comfortable with that being the case. The team's best chance came just before the period's midway point, thanks to a strong defensive play by Jonathan Lakromaki. Max Sasson sprang up the ice for an odd man rush. Holding for the shot, Sasson placed the puck into the crest of Miner, but it was the right choice given the options. The AHL doesn't track hits, but if it did, this game would likely challenge for the postseason's highest number. complete assumption. It was a war zone as both teams exchanged several big hits and nasty extracurriculars. To give you an idea, it took nearly 25 seconds of cross-checks and pushing for the referee to call coincidental minors on this play. On that 4-on-4, Archdeep Baines nearly put himself on the TSN highlight reel, putting the Eagles defender in a pretzel with a spinorama for the backhand. With time winding down to the final 3 minutes, the home team's game took a slight turn for the worst. With a great effort from Ty Mueller, he collected the puck and sent a perfect pass toward the net. Linus Karlsson redirected the puck toward Miner, who managed to squeeze his pads. Apologies for that. Squeeze his pads tight on the line. After taking a few shots of his own, Karlsson took liberties on an Eagles defender, grabbing a 2-minute penalty for roughing. The Abbotsford crowd was not pleased with the call, to say the least. Down a man at a crucial time, the Canucks continued their willingness to sacrifice the body, getting in the way of several shots to kill their 23rd consecutive penalty throughout this year's postseason. Sporting a 100% kill rate, they are one of just 2 teams to have yet to allow a goal on the penalty on the power play. The other, the Calgary Wranglers, who played just 2 games after being swept in round 1. And then Abbotsford would score their second goal of the game to make it 2-0, as it would be Victor Mancini. With the penalty over and the Eagles pressing hard for the equalizer, Victor Mancini stepped up to the plate to offer a sigh of relief. Sorry. For the entire fan base. With the Eagles passing the pill around, the defender provided an incredible read to step up and intercept the cross-ice dish. Using his incredible skating speed, he deposited the first goal of his postseason into the empty net to ice the game with the 2-0 victory. The Canucks are now 6-0 when leading after 2 periods of play as they push toward their 6th victory of the postseason. What's next? The series gets a single-day break before Game 2 on Sunday evening, which would be tonight. The puck drops at 6 p.m. Pacific at the Abbotsford Center. And then let's take a look at the remaining schedule. Obviously, tonight, Game 2 in Abbotsford. Game 3 will be Wednesday, May 21st in Colorado. Game 4 will be Friday, May 23rd in Colorado. And then, if necessary, the following game, Game 5, will be Monday, May 26th in Colorado. The Eagles had the home ice advantage, and they elected to take the final 3 games of the series at home. So last game and the game tonight is in Abbotsford before they go out on the road to Colorado. So there's that. There's the recap. Abbotsford going up 1-0 in the Pacific Division Finals. Artur Silovs Artur Silovs picking up his 2nd straight shutout. He now has 3 shutouts in this AHL playoffs, having won in, I believe it was the previous series. And yeah, Artur Silovs is looking like the Artie from the NHL playoffs last season, which is great for the Abbotsford Canucks. Obviously, Abby has played very well against the Colorado Eagles during the regular season, having won, 6 out of 8, and they're just on fire right now, and it's great to see. It's great to see these young guys like Victor Mancini, Linus Karlsson getting this playoff experience and going on this big of a run, as it gives them, as I mentioned, that experience for when they eventually are brought up to the Vancouver Canucks. When they're brought up to the big team, and if the Vancouver Canucks have aspirations for the playoffs next season, that guys like Linus Karlsson, Victor Mancini, have some playoff experience. Granted, it's in the AHL, but they still have experience nonetheless. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks and Abbotsford Canucks during this playoff run content, be sure to smash that subscribe button and then also turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can also find us on social media. You can find us on Facebook. Just search The Line Change to find our Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at The Line Change. You can find us on Twitter /X at LineChangeVan. You can also find us on TikTok at the.line.change.po. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. If you prefer a audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. When it comes to Spotify, you can also follow us on there. It's obviously greatly appreciated. Something else that is also greatly appreciated is if you were to rate and review the podcast on said platform. And yeah, but that's going to do it for this video. As always, go Canucks go, both Vancouver and Abby, and I'll see you guys in the next video.